boatload of money to go see Usher.
Straight boatload. I ain't no way in the world.
Boatload
I'm
of money.
that.
You don't got to put the number out there to put the business out there.
Yep.
But then we can just talk about it.
Why you don't do that? Because we're live right now, okay?
Yeah, we talking about it right now. And I ain't no way in the world. Ain't no way. Listen, I'm a cuss on air. Ain't no way in hell I'm giving no $4,000 to go see nobody on this planet in a concert. Get up out of here. 4,000, please stop it.
Thanks for the heads up, B. My co-hosts who are actually looking at the screen didn't have my back there. But man,
you almost got buttoned up.
Fam. I did. Cat fam, let us know how much money would you go see to go see anybody perform? We're talking 4, about one of our guys that we do shows with. He dropped a couple bands to go see Usher. Wow. I think I would pay. So let's see. My favorite artist out right now.
Two is a couple. 4 is not a couple.
4 is a car payment on a down payment on a brand new car.
Okay, I'm gonna ask this question. Beyonce.
No.
How much would you pay half of 4,000 to go see Beyonce?
No.
My wife just went last summer and paid a band, but now I wouldn't. But when I think, like I was trying to tell y'all, she just got her plane tickets to go to the Olympics to support my brother-in-law, her sister. She going with them, and that's $4,500 a ticket, man.
But that's worth it though, Tate.
That ain't worth it.
Flying to Paris.
You're going to Paris.
But if it's not Olympic time, you don't pay near that much money, bro.
It's still better than seeing Usher for the same price tag.
And they're sharing lodging, and I hear that's $1,900 a night. But they're sharing, so it's only half that coming out my household.
But that's the Olympics, though, bro.
I don't care, man. I feel the same way about that I feel about Usher, bro.
I'm not going to go see no art, nothing. There's no sporting event. I'm giving that amount of money. So let alone an artist.
So
I love sports way more than artists. Yeah. But no, but the Olympics is different. That's a once in a lifetime, bro.
I can't sit here and say that just in case the Bengals mess around getting the Super Bowl.
I got one. I got one, B. And you read my mind because we do a lot of shows together. Big-G. Let's pretend this is 1996.
Yep.
Your Steelers are playing the Cowboys in the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
How much money would you pay to go to that game? 2 tickets, and I know who the second person
2
got to
tickets.
be.
2
tickets.
400.
Start the show.
400.
400. You definitely not going to the Super Bowl.
No,
we up in the
Raptors.
Not even in '96.
Hey,
$2 of you $400 are going to BW3.
When I used to work, man, through like the Washington Post and different companies that we did work with, I would get box seats occasionally to Commander games, Redskins at the time, Wizards games, Georgetown. But that was a perk. I wouldn't pay for none of that if I had to pay for it.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing.
Mm-hmm. I ain't doing all that, bro. It's too much money.
Let me tell you something.
I spent a lot of money on World Series tickets.
World Series tickets?
Yeah, in 2012 when the Tigers were in the World Series, I bought 6 seats for all 3 games. Now I ended up getting refunded because they got swept and there was no game 5.
What's a lot of money? If you don't mind me asking, what's a lot of money?
It's like $3,700.
Oh God, hell no. $3,700.
I'd pay $3,700 to go see SZA right now.
It's 18 tickets though, G.
$3,700 to go see SZA.
I'd do that.
Oh,
I'd do that.
Tate, would you do it?
I'd pay $3,700 if you could bring Prince back from the dead.
Facts. Now I get that up.
I'd pay
changing the conversation and doing something different.
I'd pay $4,000 to go to a Obama fundraising dinner, something like that, but not
getting to the door.
Yeah. Oh, I've been in the door. What you talking about? I was
not for $4 grand.
No, No, you're right for 4
grand. Obama don't need no more funds now.
I thought you meant he wouldn't let me in the door. I was going to tell you, I was at inaugural ball 2013.
But bro, that's a lot. I wouldn't pay $4,000 to go to the Super Bowl. No,
I can't say that. I can't say that.
I can't say that one either. That's really a good price if you got good seats.
You put the Bengals on the line in the Super Bowl, I'm paying 4 stacks.
I mean,
I get it. As a matter of fact, with Miss Lovely here driving me, I'm gonna say I'll pay 8 stacks.
8 stacks to go to the Super Bowl?
She's shaking her head. Yes, that's 4 stacks per ticket.
I bet I know what you would pay 4 stacks for though.
Who?
B-Dirt. Your dog.
Yeah. I mean, but that's something different, man. That's like getting a family member.
Hey, man. When we got our first Frenchie, man, I was really apprehensive and didn't want to get it because it cost too much. I'm like, that cost too much. We can just go get a a shelter dog, a rescue dog that we had before, when we had previous dog. But she really wanted a Frenchie, and it cost about that much. And then 6 months later, we got another one. Oh my God! But it's worth it. I love my dogs. Them jokers are so much fun, man.
That's what I said. That's family, bro. That's family. So
yeah.
When the Cubs win the World Series, I went to game 6 in Cleveland. Ticket was $300.
That's what I'm saying. Okay, that's good. I like that.
Yeah, but you're not doing the math. I went to the World Series, and you said it was way too much money. I bought 18 tickets
for $200
for $3,700.
Oh yeah, that's a win. Heck, if you sold any of them, you really got it back. I couldn't sell any of them because I got them from a MLB executive. Oh, okay.
The homie B-Dirt got the connections, man.
Total facts. Shout out to B-Dirt to the Michigan-Texas game coming up in 2024 because that boy got the connect. Shout out, B-Dirt. We're going to handle that business.
Building.
Yes, sir, in the building, baby. Without a doubt.
So what, Big G? He taking me to the Michigan-Ohio State game.
I don't care. I'll be at the Michigan-Ohio State game on the sideline, baby boy. So how you like that?
Talking about the baseball game?
Yeah, that's what he's talking about. I'm talking about the
Michigan-Ohio State baseball game. Doubleheader on me.
Oh,
we got a super chat before we get started.
I know it's in the horseshoe and not in the Big G, get the algorithms up while we play the intro and get into this, man.
We got a super chat before
you need to give me a fine sign. You need to get fined every time you don't get the algorithms going, man.
Bro, we just got started.
Man, we've been here for 7 minutes.
8.
Here, man. 8. y'all don't get me fined, man. Here go the algorithms, man. I see 20 total likes right now. I see about 38 people in the chat. So yeah, we somewhere around there. Tate, you making that fictitious fines, bro. Them is fictitious.
What's up, John C?
Fictitious.
And we got one of them super chat boys.
Timmy Lyons
from the homie from Running Through the Jungle, the homie Tim Lyons.
Mm-hmm.
Where's B-Dirt's pretty face? B-Dirt, where's your pretty face, man?
I'm on Interstate 80 in Ohio right now, driving to Ann Arbor. So there'll be no face. We're on via phone.
It's snowing too.
It's snowing pretty bad, but I got a good chauffeur. We're doing all right.
Yes, sir.
Don't eat none of the snow, B-Dirt. Don't eat none of the snow.
Shout out Tim Lyon for the super chat. Thanks, Tim.
Yeah.
We appreciate you. Y'all gotta let me know when y'all doing Running Through the Jungle live so I can come in and show y'all some love with the super chat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I actually have a tentative date for that.
Well, give me the tentative date, B-Dirt, and everything will be
April 17th.
That's a tentative date. You're doing a live show?
Correct. I'm doing a remodel a little bit in my office and getting everything together. So from that date forward, we're going to do it. But that's going to be the draft, the week before the draft pre-show. Yeah. And we're going to be in Cincinnati, all three of us in one of the UC podcast studios.
Oh, Yeah, that's real nice.
The only one that'll be remote is the one in Washington.
That's tough.
Who is that?
Tate Boy Fresh.
That's Mr. Lyons. Mr. Lyons is outside of Seattle.
Talking about his team
Tim Lyons. Tim Lyons. Yeah.
Okay.
You
First
talking
Red
about
Chicago was
Washington,
live
D.C.,
yesterday. Yes.
Was you went live yesterday?
First Red Chicago was live yesterday. We are live on Wednesdays. Well, Thursdays now. Just FYI.
Let me know. We did a crossover show the other day with the Chi City Bulletin Board podcast. Right after the Cavs got done beating a close game, really beating the Bulls, though. That was a real good game. That was fun. Of course, everybody that didn't hear it yet, you already know Big-G was in there talking ridiculous per usual.
You said it all time. G. you was on a bend, man. I was like, I can't defend none of this. I can't defend none of this.
Great content. Great content.
All right, here we go, y'all. Thanks everybody in the live chat for joining us on another Freaky Friday episode of the Homies Podcast. We're gonna get into some Steeler talk, but before we do that, we gotta get into this quick intro.
Lifelong friends who compete to embarrass each other.
Total facts. Total facts. Lifelong friends that compete to embarrass each other. Total facts.
Is that the latest we've ever played? The intro music at the 11:20 mark.
Good solid 11 minutes into it. Yeah, man. But we'll be fast. We don't got too much.
The off season's here. We got to fill up content.
Yeah, that's true too. So first, Pay, you made a argument for this about Damar Hamlin should have won the Comeback Player of the Year award. Man, it's getting a lot of people talking about it, man. And so I just want to know, like, go ahead and be brief as possible, but be at the same time being thorough. Give us the reason why you think Damar Hamlin should have won it over Joe Flacco, who got up off the couch and took the Browns to the playoffs. Go ahead.
I can be super brief about it because you just gave half the answer away. Joe Flacco got up off the couch. Damar Hamlin got up out the grave. That is exactly why he should have won Comeback Player of the Year. You can't Comeback Player of the Year just be coming back from the Jets is in one hand remarkable because the Jets are a death sentence. However, being actually dead should count for something. The least he can do is give the man a trophy.
Hey man, can I ask you a question? If the Jets are a death sentence, are the Bears life inside?
Yes, the Bears are like the retirement home. I mean, you're close. you're close to heaven's door, but you're still breathing. At least you know you ain't breathing with any assistance, but you're not too far.
Right.
I think he had a shot if Damar Hamlin picks up the first down on that horrible called fake punt. You might have a case.
The one time they gave him some shine, he couldn't even come through.
Hey, that's big cap, dog. I'm giving you the big cap sign tonight. There ain't no way in the world. Joe Flacco deserved it. He should have got it. There ain't no way.
I thought Baker Mayfield had a better season, comeback season than Joe Flacco.
He did.
I don't know how the Browns becoming the belle of the ball is the biggest news of the awards, because D'Amico Ryan not getting Coach of the Year, that's what we should be talking about.
Big facts. Big facts. Big facts with that.
The Browns stole 2 awards at the honors night.
Okay, B Dirk, coming to you, man. The franchise tag for Tee Higgins, is that what the Bengals are doing?
Yeah, so the Athletic announced that the Bengals plan to franchise tag. Breaking news, and people were retweeting it like breaking news. We're going to franchise. That's not breaking news, man. We've been talking about this since like week 14 when we were seemingly out of the playoffs on the Run It to the Jungle podcast. We've been talking about tag and team. It's either going to be a tag or tag and trade because his agent just is not playing nice. So I don't know that we're going to give him $24 million or more a year, which is what he's looking for. The guy had 42 catches last year in 12 games. Tanner Hudson, our tight end, also played 12 games and had 39 catches. Like, listen, he's a great talent, but soft tissue injuries and inconsistent play, I don't know, man. I can't give you 25.
Hey, B-Dirt, I got a question. Any team pass 13 in the draft this year, would you trade? Would you sign and trade? If they say, look, man, we'll give you the 18th pick or we'll give you the 19th pick, would you take it? Any team pass, I say 13, 14. Would you sign and trade and do it?
Yeah, I would sign it. I would sign a trade for a first, maybe a first and a fifth, or maybe a first and trade our fifth for your third or something like that. That's what I would ideally want to do. A trade up and a first round, mid-first round.
Yeah, I like that because I think he's a top 25 receiver in the league. I think he's a top 20, and he's a one on probably any other team, but maybe the Rams, who have, I'm saying like from the number 2 to number 1, because the Rams got Puka Nacua and Cooper Kupp. So both of those dudes are one, but he's a better 2 than Waddle.
Listen, I'm not going to argue that with you. I just don't know that with all the guys we need to pay and the way that we have some of our middle tier guys structured, like it looks great on paper signing Wilson and Jermaine Pratt to extensions. It's the fact that what could you do with a third round pick there at middle linebacker and get away with not paying the guys $11 million a year?
That makes sense. That's big facts. Facts.
Hey, man, Pay, I'm coming at you now. So, word on the street, man, your Baltimore Ravens are the front runners to land Derrick Henry.
Yeah, I heard.
What do you think about that, man?
I don't like it personally. I mean, odds are odds. That's cool. The odds makers probably have some inside information. They thinking, hey, the Ravens, maybe they're running back away, and this running back who's been pretty much the best running back in the league the last 5+ years. Maybe that's the missing piece. Nada. That is not the missing piece. I don't think the Ravens should entertain any discussion for signing Derrick Henry. Let Derrick Henry go to a different team who don't know how to build a contender the right way. Speaking about the Dallas Cowboys, who's number 3 in the odds. Number 3 in the odds for landing Derrick Henry. They're plus 550, according to DraftKings. Derrick Henry and the Ravens, that don't sound like a good mix. They don't. For one, Derrick Henry's 32, probably be 30. Well, yeah, he'd be 32 starting next season, right? That ain't where that's not the move. The Ravens have had a running back committee for the last ever since Ray Rice got booted out the league. So if it ain't broke, don't worry about it. Go ahead and keep putting together four running back committees.
Derrick Henry just turned 30 in January last month.
Oh, I'm thinking he's older than he is. Hey, that boy been around for a while. Still, that doesn't change my answer. 30. He's the clock is ticking. He's not Tom Brady or LeBron James. He's not going to be the father time.
You see what he did that last game against Jacksonville?
Yeah, I did.
Like Big-G said, he put him in the blender.
Full blend.
And that was a month ago. So that'd be 10 months in between.
Oh, fine.
No, man. He take good care of himself, man.
Yep.
I don't think he fine. He just froze up, Big G.
Yep.
No dice.
No.
Yeah, he didn't get fined for that. He just froze up. Some technical difficulties again.
Hey,
Try not to die on a highway. That's all.
total facts. But hey,
Oh, I was talking about Pay. I want to talk about you, B Dirt.
no. Pay, you get Derrick Henry with Lamar Jackson. And man, I mean, that's as good as it gets at the AFC.
Is it?
Yes. Listen, they're one step away from the bowl. They're
And
one
a running
step
back
away.
changes that?
Yes.
Well, they didn't run the ball. If they had a run, they probably could have beat Kansas City.
Big
Yeah,
facts. Big old facts.
They didn't run the ball. Just the absence of a running back wasn't the case. I mean, that running back that they had was getting traction. They just stopped going to him.
We are getting ready to go ahead and take a quick break because we spent our first 10 minutes bumping our gums. So we're going to take a quick break. If you're watching on YouTube, stay with us. We'll be back shortly. If you listen on audio, we got to hear some words from a couple partners, and we'll be right back after this. And we're back on the Homies Podcast on Big G got his signs up unprompted. That's the way to do it, Big G. That's taking responsibility for what your responsibilities are, bruh.
I'm just here so I don't get fined.
Okay, we're not gonna fine you, man, for doing what you're supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man, on what Big G likes to call Freaky Friday. So we here for it all, whatever that entails.
Mm-hmm.
But Big G, I'm coming at you now, man, with some Steeler talk. I'm probably gonna come to you a few times in a row, man. We got some Steeler stuff to get through.
Mm-hmm.
So Big G, we talked about on Pump Your Brakes podcast on Wednesday night. We cut Chooks, we cut Mitch Trubisky, and we cut Presley Harvin. Not Percy, like you say. Presley is his name. Presley Harvin.
Presley. Trash.
Great Mitch.
Mm-hmm. And Pay, yeah, I got to come to you eventually, too. You told us about Mitch, man. We didn't listen to you. We'll see what you tell us about Justin Fields in a minute.
Big G, I can give you a little chuckle. There's Bengals insiders talking about picking up Chooks.
Take him. We put him out the pasture already, bro. We put him out the go and take.
I'm like, no.
Mm-hmm.
He's still capable, man. Dude, 26 years old. This is going to be his 6th season. So he's experienced. I'm not saying he's necessarily going to be a Pro Bowler next year, but he still got some upside. And they need to tackle bad. Big G. Punt competition. The punt guy, the dude Matt Ariza, drafted by Buffalo, cutting because he is mixed up in some date rape thing that later charges were dropped. He wasn't even there.
Yep, facts.
And Tory Taylor, the guy that's punted in college more than anybody in the nation. Both former Ray Guy Award winners, but so then was Presley Harvin. So what do you think? You see either one of these guys, Pittsburgh, getting them? It already looked like Tory Taylor in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to lean towards Tory Taylor, but I wouldn't be shocked if they invited Matt Ariza into camp. I think either one of them will be serviceable. And, after listening to some of the things that Shannon said about him being a backup field goal kicker in case something would ever happen to Boswell, man, I don't know. I say bring them both into camp and let the best man win. I don't have a preference either way, but either one of them is going to be way better than what we had last year at that punter. Harvin was trash.
You said the key word. You said serviceable, man. I don't want nobody serviceable. I want somebody lacing out there 50-yard bangers on a consistent basis.
Is it pause on Fridays?
What?
Do we pause on Fridays?
Yeah, if you want.
What's that pause? He said the banger. But listen, man. I understand that because listen, we did get. Oh, I was going to say something to make myself pause again. We did have an area where we were deficient at field position based on punting ability for the Steelers this last year. That hurt us a lot, man. So we have to have a guy that can pin people deep. We have to have a guy that can flip the field. And we have to have a guy that is going to be reliable and consistent. And those are the things that we did not have last year at the punt position for the Steelers. So I'm with it. I'm with it without a shadow of a doubt. Either one of them. But bring them both in and let them fight. Let them fight for the spot. That's my.
What's that old saying, Big G, where there's smoke, there's typically fire, right?
Facts. Big facts, actually.
Been a whole bunch of smoke, man, about Justin Fields to the Steelers. The highest Vegas odds, I believe it, at minus 150. The odds are higher that he starts for the Bears for the Steelers and he starts for the Bears.
Yep. So what do you ask me? Do I think it's true, or do I hope it's gonna happen? Or
yeah, I mean, do you think it's a real thing? We won't know anything until March, but I mean, Ryan Poles and Omar Khan could be talking right now, working up the framework of a deal.
So I sent you the percentages this morning about what I think would happen. I think right now, I would give it the highest percentage for the Steelers. I would go 45% that yes, the Steelers. I got a couple other teams that maybe Seattle, maybe Atlanta, and then another team. But I think a lot of this is going to depend on what happens in about 2 weeks.
Those numbers. I remember you sent them this morning. I looked at them. I said, "Big G is pulling this stuff out the sky."
Man, I'm telling you, if I have percentages, I say Seattle, Atlanta, and Pittsburgh being the highest.
Vegas says Pittsburgh first.
Yeah,
Bears second.
Yeah,
Atlanta third, and the Broncos maybe.
Yeah. But this is the deal. A lot of this is going to depend on what happens the next 2 weeks, and the next 2 weeks at the NFL Combine. The Combine is going to mash the gas on any trade for Justin Fields. That's going to mash the gas because it's going to depend on who does what at the Combine. So, because it's not just the Steelers at this, because if Atlanta says, well, we can't get a dude at the pick they pick, they might give them their first to get Fields. You never know.
No, that's what your boy said, Mel Kiper. They're not getting up the eighth pick to get Justin Fields. Now, the Steelers could potentially give up 20, and I laid down the framework for that the other day. I said, I give them 20 for Fields. They got to switch me second round picks. Then it'll work.
I talked to a big time Bear fan earlier today, and he said he was all with that. He said he was with that. If you give us 20 and then pick swap in a second, yeah. He said, oh, heck yeah, I'll do it today. So, I think it's the cost.
Hey, Pay, I'm coming at you after this. Comment after this.
Caleb Williams, is he the real deal, and should the Bears take him at 1?
Man, to be honest with you, Matt, I think he is a good quarterback. I don't know that the Bears should take him at 1. You want a dude to get as much money as he can get. But at the end of the day, there's a lot of factors that fall into place. Him going to Chicago, replacing Justin Fields, why you think that they got to replace Justin Fields? Because they ain't got no goddamn coaches that know what they're doing. Yeah, this man, his third year done had 3 offense coordinators. And 2 head coaches. How do you expect for him to ever, with no help, no receivers? He just got DJ Moore. Just got him.
What say you, Pay?
Big facts.
Justin Fields has had 2 offensive coordinators in his career. So the third one was just hired, so don't really count that against him. Just got DJ Moore. DJ Moore had a career year with Justin Fields and said offensive coordinator. So just calling that out. That was Keyshawn Johnson, by the way, giving his espousing his text on what the Bears should do at the draft. As far as drafting Caleb Williams, unless they get a Godfather offer, or they see something in the pre-draft process that makes them want to not draft Caleb Williams, the Bears should, do what you're supposed to do at that spot and what they, prodigal type player sitting right there at the position. You got to do it. It would be unheard of to have the number 1 pick 2 years in a row and trade down both times. That's crazy. So I think it's all lining up in that direction.
But if any team would do it, it would be the Bears.
You don't know that.
Man, please. If any team would do it, it would be the Bears. The Bears.
I mean, Ryan Poles right now has – only thing we know about Ryan Poles as the general manager of the Chicago Bears is that he will trade down and get more picks. He likes to get more picks. Our previous general manager, Ryan Pace, who's I think special advisor to the Atlanta Falcons, something like that. He's like a de facto general manager, and all he's done since then is go get ex-Bears. Terrible. He left the cupboard really dry when he left Chicago. Well, he was put out of Chicago. So Ryan Poles, during his tenure, has been trying to replace draft picks at an unprecedented clip. So you might be right there, Big G. If anybody's going to try to flip one for multiple, it would be Poles. Now, again, having a number 1 pick 2 years in a row and trading down is something unfathomable. I don't think he should do that.
What'd you get last year from Carolina?
We got a swap of first-round picks. Got this year, their first this year. And we got a second last year, and I think we have a future second as well, and with DJ Moore.
Tate, I got a question, man, because this is coming up a lot with the chatter of people thinking that it's fictitious that Fields is not going to get traded for the Steelers. It's fictitious, right? It's fake. It's fictitious, right? The problem is, I don't understand why people think it's going to be such a big thing against KPA. This is the deal. If Fields comes next year and we trade for him, if he doesn't play, we cut him. But if Fields plays at the potential and at the ceiling that we know he can play at, then we sign him to the long-term contract and we trade KPA. This ain't about KPA is the only current quarterback on the roster. And KPA done showed he ain't the man. So, I don't understand why these Steelers fans just think it's just so fictitious and we're not going to do that. And that's not to steal away. Omar Khan showed you last year that there's a new way in Pittsburgh. And it's about
I ain't calling a grown man fictitious.
Well, that's the deal. People are saying that. They think that it's like a myth.
Hey, Big G, read,
yes, sir.
Read this from this article from the 33rd, Dan Klassen,
yeah,
of the 33rd team ranked Kenny Pickett. Go ahead and finish.
It says Derrick Klassen of the 33rd team ranked Kenny Pickett as the 31st best quarterback in the NFL. He has players such as Adrian O'Connell above him, with Pickett being ranked only over Bailey Zappi in the final rankings. The Steelers were sold a bill of goods that Kenny Pickett would be their version of Joe Burrow. That simply has not come true. That's what Mr. Klassen wrote.
They sold it to themselves.
Total facts.
Aiden O'Connell better than Kenny Pickett. I don't know if I'm ready to declare that. I don't know if I can say that. Yeah. I mean, Kenny Pickett he took a step back. And
Aiden O'Connell played a whole half of football without passing for a single yard. By the way, won the game against the Chiefs. But
total facts, full facts, big facts, total facts, whatever you want to say, he did. So
hey, so Big G, Jimmy Garoppolo got cut today. So they can avoid like $12 million in salary by cutting him early.
They cut him right after they suspended him. They cut him right after they suspended him.
I think he got suspended after he got cut because whatever team he go to, he got served that suspension.
Yep.
Micah Parsons.
So my question is, any interest in Jimmy G?
Hell Heck no. Heck no. Heck no. If we're gonna bring now, I got to put an asterisk by this, right? If the Steelers feel that they're close enough to contend based on what they can acquire in draft this year, and if they want to go big game hunting and kick the can down the road at the quarterback position, the quarterback to go for is Kirk Cousins. I don't like it because I think it's only a stopgap year for a 1 or 2 year deal. But if they feel they're close, that's the guy to go after.
What about, you know who else got cut today?
Who?
Geno.
Yeah, Geno. Smack. That's why the big rumor now is that Justin Fields.
Well, he didn't get cut. They paid him his $12 million that he was owed, and now that's an attractive price for potential trade if they trade, because they do have a new coach, new OC, and all that stuff. They could be looking to move Geno.
Yeah. But I really true. Somebody getting fined. Who getting fined?
That is a fine.
That sound like Tate Boy Fresh.
That's an old rotary phone. That's definitely Tate.
That's a dial up. That's a dial up. Hey, but no interest in Geno either. I'm saying if they're gonna go big game hunting and secure the quarterback position for a 2 year gap, it's Kirk Cousins. But I think that the player is Justin Fields. Either way, the kid, you need a timeline guy. Tate, you've been saying this for a minute. You want a timeline guy with a young roster. So it's KPA and Justin. Let them fight it out.
I agree with you there. Well, I agree with myself there. Mm-hmm. But so look, I've heard about the compensation, all that stuff for Justin Fields. Some people don't want to do it. Some people worry about paying him $25 million for the 5th year option. It's either pay him that year or pay Kenny Pickett the next. That's what you're looking at.
Yeah.
But you're not going to get a talent like Justin Fields because we're never going to pick that high. And this is mock drafts this week. So one mock draft, was it Phil Yates has Bo Nix going to the Steelers.
Yeah.
Phil Yates from ESPN.
In the first round, too.
Then this dude, McCarthy, he has
talking about JJ McCarthy from Michigan.
JJ McCarthy, yeah.
Yeah.
He must. Oh yeah, the dude's name is Ryan Pawlowski.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he has them going. Steelers taking at 20, JJ McCarthy. Phil Yates has them taking Bo Nix. And then to finish out their mock draft, so you get either one of those guys, right? Bo Nix or JJ McCarthy. Mm-hmm. Then the Steelers come around and get Zach Frazier in the second. Mm-hmm. A need. Blake Fisher, O-tackle from Notre Dame in the third. Mm-hmm. Then they get in the fourth, the 2 4th-round picks, they get Cam Hart, DB from Notre Dame. I like him, big kid, probably about 6'2", big guy, big cornerback. Mm-hmm. And then you get Jacob Cowing in the fourth. He's a little small guy. He's like 5'10", 175. I don't know how much I'm on that. But my point of it all, Big G, is so we got a quarterback with pick 20, right? Mm-hmm. So you do that, what would be wrong with trading pick 20 for Justin Fields? Still getting Zach Frazier, still getting Blake Fisher, and then we need a middle linebacker. You go ahead and try and roll with Tommy Eichenberg from Ohio State.
Listen, it makes all the sense in the world based on this reason and this reason alone. We're going to have to address the quarterback position in the draft, whether people like it or not. We have one quarterback on the current roster. We have to address the quarterback position, and KPA ain't that guy. So we got to get a quarterback, whether they like it or not.
McCarthy will have a better career than Fields.
Never. That's big cap. That's how big of a cap.
Put it in the receipt book.
Let's bet corner time on it.
Y'all gonna wait 10 years to pay?
We're gonna be in a corner in 15 years. Come on, G.
I'm with it. I like the long-term corner time. So you're gonna have to address. Listen. I saw a mock draft today, and people might not like this. Where Mims was off the board at 20. Michael Penix Jr. went 51. Cedric Van Pan, the center from Georgia, went 70. Chris Abrams drained, cornerback from Missouri, went 89. Peyton Wilson went 99 from NC State. Tommy Eichenberg went 119 from Ohio State. So
mock drafts before the mock drafts before the underwear Olympics are useless.
Total facts. I agree. But the reality of it is we got to get a quarterback.
That's why I don't like doing a lot of trade backs in the mock draft, because I just try and pick and see who's available at that time where they're picking instead of trading back. I'm trying to keep some semblance of realisticness to it for me.
And it's just so much hate. It's so much hating on Justin Fields, man. I'm getting sick of it, bro. Because I'm like, what? You really think Kenny Pickett is better than Justin Fields? You have lost your mind. You don't know anything about football. If you think that Kenny Pickett is better than Justin Fields, he's not.
But there's y'all ain't told me nothing about the live chats. Anything we need to read in there? Somebody comment anything? Because my question would be, not everybody also jumped on the Mason bandwagon when I know a year ago y'all was completely content with Mason not being brought back early in the preseason, early in the offseason. Then they brought him back right before preseason started, gave him $1 million deal.
Facts.
He played good in 4 games, a small sample size, and now we like Mason the guy. I'm telling you, Mason's not the guy. You got to have a guy with some juice. Justin Fields, the only guy available that got juice. I agree with Big G. Kirk Cousins could win now. I'll say Russell Wilson could win now, especially if you get Russell Wilson for the vet minimum 1.6, because Denver cut. Ain't nobody gonna trade for Russ and pay him no $40 million. So he gonna get cut eventually.
Wait. So I guess the question that needs to be answered here: are the Steelers in win now mode?
Yes.
The Steelers are always in win now mode, man.
Yes.
Just because your team take vacations off, man.
What? And this is the deal, because the ownership for the Steelers said he's basically tired of kicking the can down the road. He's like, look, I want to win. I'm sick of this. Being in the middle of the pack, 10-7, 9-8, 11 and whatever, first round exit. He's sick of it. So So in order for us to move up to that upper echelon, you know, the one thing that all of those teams have in common, they have identified and have their franchise quarterback. So versus the Steelers keep kicking the can down the road, let's go figure out what we need to figure out. If Justin ain't the guy, we already know Kenny ain't the guy. Bring Justin in, give him a 1-year addition. If not, let's move on and we draft a quarterback in 25, whose draft class is worse than this year.
And we talked about this going into last season too, Pay. You picked us last. We was gonna be bad, and I mean, making the playoffs is not enough, but we made the playoffs, man. Come on. I mean, so yeah, why would the team that just made the playoffs not be in win now mode?
Absolutely, total facts.
Without a quarterback, we're trying to get a quarterback. We did that without a quarterback.
You need to take all of the available information and put it on the table. You're only using some of the information. Yeah, there's a lot of things that need to go into that declaration of being in now mode.
Please tell me what information is more pertinent that I'm missing.
There's a lot of building you need to do. You ain't just a quarterback away. When I hear win now mode, you are a player away. You're not just a player away. There are some glaring questions.
Our coaching makes up for 2 players. 1, 2. What's a glaring question? What's glaring outside the quarterback? What's glaring?
Nothing.
The coach that you all been trying to get fired for the last couple of years, right?
No,
yes.
That's some fans.
Some fans. Half the fan base.
Half the fan base.
No, half the fan base is tripping on some other stuff. You know, I don't know. Like I said, Steelers fans are delusional when it comes to 17 straight seasons, no losing seasons, never been in a position to go get a franchise quarterback at none of that time. Continue to win 20
straight seasons, G.
Yeah,
because Coward's last couple of years.
Correct. Continue to win every year. continue to battle to get in the playoffs every freaking year, and we haven't had a quarterback since. And Big Ben's last 2 or 3 years, he was washed. So the deal is, Steeler fans, it's the coaching and the culture has us ready to ride. The problem is a lot of Steeler fans don't want to get a modern quarterback. And I don't
what you
get
just
it.
described there, G. What you just described there, G, is called pride.
Facts.
You definitely need to look in the mirror and take some stock about what you actually got.
I want to know what's a glaring need outside quarterback. Glaring.
Let's see. I think you all use an upgrade in playmakers in the offense.
Where?
The playmakers.
Where?
Playmakers, yes. Maybe you can fix that with just
offensive line and defensive back would be, and your linebacker core and the middle linebackers would need upgrades. Those are your 3 upgrade needs.
Everybody needs upgrades, but he said glaring. Our offensive line has Siamalo, Daniels, and Broderick Jones. Yeah, we probably gonna replace center Mason Cole. That's gonna be something we get. And if we had to, again, we could live with Dan Moore, but maybe we get somebody else. But that's not glaring. That's not glaring.
It's more than one player away. Mind you, the one player is the most important player. That's the point.
So let us get that and see how we do with that. So yeah, we in win now mode because we made the playoffs the last 3 out the last 4 years. So we always in win now mode in Pittsburgh.
Facts.
Come on, man.
Facts.
Just
again,
because you used to take January off.
No. Just because this is you having hurt feelings and again not doing any self-reflection on your team. So trying to go get these busted veterans, Kirk Cousins, Russell Wilson.
I don't want Kirk Cousins.
Kicking that.
I don't want Russell.
Justin Fields is who we trying to get, bro.
And you in particular. This G brought them up. Going to get any of them guys as a stopgap. It is more of the same. You're going to still be in the same position once again, if not 1 season and 2 seasons. Kirk Cousins, not a remedy for your team. Neither is Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson is a journeyman quarterback at this point in his career. It
would buy you time.
Buy you time for what?
It was to get a guy and not be losing.
We'll get the guy now. Get Big G. Next year's quarterback draft, is it better than this one's?
No, it's not.
Go get them now then. You have a high enough draft pick. Push your chips in the middle. Go get the guy. Stop playing around. Stop trying to get somebody else's guy. Go get your guy. Develop him. Don't reach like you did for Kenny Pickett. Go get your guy. And then you want to put it 15 years.
You want to put it on a rookie. I don't believe in a rookie coming in with the team that we have now. I don't want a rookie. You know, I would my ideal person quarterback is Justin Fields. It is coming in, work with Arthur Smith, that run game with Najee Harris and Jalen Warren and the big tight ends. You got Pickens out there, Deontay Johnson. Said we need skill positions. What are you talking about?
No,
you need an
absolutely
upgrade at playmaker.
No.
Not at all, Pay.
All you have to have is a
if you had to win the offensive line like B Dirt and even secondary. And we also need a middle linebacker.
Yeah. Also, I might remind you, you all were not very good on defense as a unit last year as well. So
6 in scoring. All I care is about points. 6 in scoring.
What did I say earlier? You're not looking at all the information available. What did you just say?
That is information.
You're looking at the one thing that you care, the one thing that makes you feel good. Don't just look at that. Look at
Big G. Big G. What is the defense's job?
To stop them from scoring touchdowns.
Points. And then I think they were like 4th or 5th in turnovers. What are you talking about?
Total facts.
That's with Minka hurt for like 5 or 6 games. That's with TJ Cam Hayward was out for the first 8-9 games. Come on, man. What did you talk? All the middle linebackers got hurt.
Right. That's right. You got a lot of guys who you depend on, who you can't depend on to play the bulk of the season.
Injuries are a part of football, Pay. Injuries are a part. What makes you great on defense is your ability to have depth.
Replacing players is a part of football as well.
Depth is what makes you.
need to be doing.
they replaced players well enough to go 5-1 in the AFC North.
You did not replace. You
and
didn't
sweep
replace
your Ravens.
Roethlisberger fast enough.
Well, but they went 5-1 with replacement players pay 5-1.
I know. I'm aware for your moral victories. You got 5-1 in the
That's
division.
not moral. That's a win.
What did it do for you?
Got us in the playoffs without a quarterback.
And then you got excused very fast. What are you talking about?
By a better team with a better quarterback.
There's a lot of better teams. Just so you need to be getting better in all facets.
No, we're getting a quarterback
down the road. You're not getting better with Kirk Cousins. You're not getting better with Russell Wilson, and you're definitely not getting better with Justin Fields. I'm sorry to tell you this. And Kenny Pickett's not doing it anywhere. Go get you a new quarterback. We're getting better with Justin Fields, 3 years from now.
I don't care what anybody says.
I'm not worried about 3 years from now. If I can get in the dance and make some noise right now, that's what Pittsburgh do. Now y'all Bears might be trading back and
you
getting
keep
more
talking about the Bears because it makes you feel good to dunk on someone lower than you. I'm talking about the teams higher than you. When are you going to dunk on them?
Justin Fields,
like the Ravens who we beat twice. The Browns who we beat once.
Conference championship game. The Ravens that was in the conference championship.
Like the Rams who was a good team this year. We beat them.
We beat the Ravens 5 of the last 6 times.
No, Big G. 7 out of the last 8.
7 out of the last 8. 7 out of the last 8 times we lined up against the Ravens. We beat them.
I am happy for your.
How is that moral? I mean, you play to win the game.
I believe.
How is that moral?
One of those victories. None of the starters played, and
you won 7 out of 8 against the Baltimore Ravens.
We're not talking about just
that's
the last
not
one.
moral victories. That's getting your behind whooped on a regular. That's getting your behind whooped on a regular.
Where is if all these things was actually meant anything, half the fan base wouldn't be trying to replace the coach.
And where
it's I ain't even gonna get started about the coach.
No, that's about something totally different. And if you true to your Black History Month right now, you would know what it is.
Exactly.
I know what it is. But there's also a very real question about, has he hit his ceiling? And is it time to restart?
No, he's not.
So we could be like the teams, Chicago, that bring in new coaches every 2 years. Nagy, Eberflus, what's the dude?
All trash.
All of that is irrelevant to this conversation.
It's not irrelevant, but that's what you want us to do. That's what you're saying, do, Pay.
I don't want you to do anything. I'm telling you what you should be looking at. Again, this is all reflected here, Tate.
He wants you to stay away from his quarterback.
What that's
I don't like two quarterbacks.
B-Dirt, you know what the deal is? You know what the deal is, B-Dirt? This the deal. The deal is if the Steelers land a franchise quarterback like Justin Fields, the only team that I'm even worried about halfway in the division is Cincinnati. That's why. Justin Fields will run laps on Lamar Jackson if he comes to the division.
Why are you echoing?
Laps.
You echoing, Big G.
That's B-Dirt. He's playing us in the background.
We'll
run laps on Lamar Jackson.
All right, let's move on. I mean, we've been on this too long, and Jeremiah wants us to put on some box gloves, sell it in the ring. I'm just gonna send Big G out there after Pay, and that's gonna be it. He's gonna lock me one of them.
No, I ain't tripping on Pay. Pay's right about kicking the can down the road. He's absolutely correct. But I think Justin Fields is our guy. That's my argument. But all these Steeler fans that's sold on Kenny Pickett ain't did nothing. So
I don't think there's much sold on Kenny Pickett, Big G, as they don't want to give up the draft equity, the draft capital.
One first round draft pick. Wow.
Right.
A 20th pick. A 20th pick. Wow.
Which is where Kenny Pickett got picked at.
Facts. Total facts. I don't get it. I don't get it at all. It's biased. It's ridiculous. And if we have but you know what though? The Steelers
blame it on Dan Marino.
B-Dirt, you ain't lying. That's big facts.
Kenny Pickett's Dan Marino's fault.
That's total facts. They mad and upset because they didn't pick Marino back in the 70s, which don't have nothing to do with nothing at all. Changes and bad. Total facts. We need to get a new quarterback. The Ratbirds can't beat Pittsburgh. Total facts. 7 out of 8 mopped. I mean, come on, man. What is you talking about?
Lamar Jackson still 1-3 against them in those games.
Facts.
He got the one win.
Come on,
So
man.
I don't know what Pay talking about. Baltimore was one and done, but we put them up on some pedestal. One and done.
Baltimore better get their
Baltimore
free
played
agency
2
together. They're
games,
gonna be
so that's
hit.
not one and done.
Patrick
Baltimore
Queen,
didn't play 2 games.
Patrick Queen, Jadavion Clowney, your
Who
starting
Baltimore?
safety.
Who Baltimore play?
Cooked.
Pay?
Cooked.
They beat the team Houston, and then
No, they had a bye. Oh wait, they did beat Houston. You're right. They struggled though against an up and comer.
Baltimore
they won though. They won.
Baltimore better worry about their free agents deal because, like I said, Jadavion Clowney, Patrick Queen, that strong safety they got, or safety, whatever he is, their left tackle, and dang on running back issue, and Odell Beckham. Y'all better figure out, or y'all gonna be cooked next year. Straight cooked. Because Lamar already done showed he can't do it. Lamar done showed 2-time MVP. They can't do it. They can't do it.
Hey, come on, let's
MVP, right?
Let's go ahead and start to wrap up, and we'll finish the discussion in overtime. Cause we just been rambling for the past 10 minutes. B Dirt, go ahead, man. You go first.
What would you like me to do?
I mean, just say, hey, I'm out. Gonna check us out.
The celebrity
Running through the jungle, whatever you want to say.
All right, man. We got Running Through the Jungle. We're still doing it every week. Come check it out. We are behind on pay dirt. We got to do our year-end recap, and then we got some futures and some new stuff that's going to be coming out too. So we're going to keep doing that during the off season, and I'll be sprinkling in some UFC. Might be sprinkling in some baseball futures. So come check us out. Running Through the Jungle on the FFSN network.
Are y'all picking NBA games?
I'll leave that to Pay.
That's why leave it up to me? I'm the black guy. Why I gotta do it?
The only thing, because you follow it more than I do. The only thing that I would do right now is I would definitely bet Luka over SGA for MVP.
Your money would be took and cooked. I promise you that.
Luka rising and Shea falling, actually, though, for real. But go ahead, Big G. You want to let Pay close out? Go ahead. What you got, Big G?
Man, I appreciate all y'all coming and watch us on the homies. Make sure you swing on to the Homies Overtime in about 10 minutes or such like that. It's Super Chat Friday on the Homies Overtime. So when you hit the fork in the road, y'all drive the conversation. You guys tell us what you want to talk about, and we'll go from there. So we appreciate you guys jumping over to the Homies Overtime on Fans First Sports Network. Make sure you check us out on Sunday on the Know It Alls podcast, Fans First Sports Network Know It All podcast. It's a merger. It's a thing. Make sure you check me and Tate Boy Fresh out on That's Rather Cavaliers, Cleveland Cavaliers podcast. We've had a bunch of segues with different podcasts, including the Chicago Boys. We've had a couple of great shows with them, so things have been going well. And don't forget to check me out on the Level Up podcast every Monday at 6 p.m. on YouTube and Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and Google with Andy P. We're talking college football, and we've had some great shows. Last 2 and 3 shows have been outstanding. So we appreciate y'all. And make sure before you go, hit them algorithms, man. Get the rhythms jumping off. We get the likes. That helps get the podcast moving, and we continue to bring you great content.
I only want to say 2 things. Thanks, everybody, for showing up. Catch you in, like he said, at overtime, because we got some more stuff we need to finish off with. And happy birthday to one of our chat generals, the OG, Jeremiah Yoder. Clap it up for him. Everybody, wish him love in the chats.
Jeremiah, we're gonna sing you the song. We're gonna sing you the song over and overtime, Jeremiah. We got a song, a special song. We'll sing you over and overtime.
Yeah, show up at overtime to hear Big G's vocals.
No, it's Tate Boy Fresh. I just get it at the end.
Get it at the end. Freaky Friday. Let I remind you all.
Yeah, totally.
Let's go. Let's get to the intermission. Please arrest Brett Favre for 2024.